Hello students, welcome back to MKH video series. My name is Aditya and in the previous video we have successfully completed exercise 12.1 of chapter number 12, that is Heron's formula, right? So up to question number you can see third, right? Now I hope you have understood the first three questions and the examples that we have done in the earlier videos. So the base of this chapter is the Heron's formula, by which we can calculate the area of any triangle, right? That is under root S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, in which S is the semi-parameter, which is half of the parameter, and A, B, C are the sides of the triangle, right? So you can see how Heron's scientists have generated a formula by which we can calculate the area of any triangle, right? So let us now move further into this exercise and discuss question number 4 here, right? Now in this question you can see it is given that find the area of a triangle, two sides of which are 18 centimeter and 10 centimeter, and the parameter is 42 centimeter. Now if you just remember, in the previous video I've shown a you can see example which is quite similar to this question. So हमें यहाँ पे उसी तरीके से इसको सॉल्व करना है. यहाँ पे हमें दो साइड्स गिवन है ट्रायंगल की और पैरामीटर भी गिवन है. सो वी विल फर्स्ट फाइंड आउट द थर्ड साइड ऑफ द ट्रायंगल. कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे मैंने आपको बताया था, इन दोनों साइड्स को ऐड करके उसको पैरामीटर में से सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे यानी माइनस करेंगे. सो दैट विल बी द थर्ड साइड ऑफ द ट्रायंगल, राइट? सो लेट अस फर्स्ट find out the third side of the triangle. So if I just draw a rough triangle here like this, so let me just give it some name as A, B, C, right? अब यहाँ पे आप देखेंगे दो sides मुझे पता है. So let me just write down 18, 10 centimeter. Let me just correct that. So 18 centimeter, then 10 centimeter. Now this is the unknown third side. So ये हमें find out करनी है. Now let me just take them as A, B and C. So यहाँ पे हमें B और C की वैल्यू पता है, A की वैल्यू हमें find out करनी है. That is the third side, right? Now talking about the parameters, so here in this question the parameter is given to us 42 centimeter, right? And here you can see B is 10 centimeter and you can see C is 18 centimeter. Now we have to find out the third side, that is A here, right? Now we know that parameter हम कैसे calculate करते हैं किसी triangle का, simply तीनों sides को add करके, right? So let me just add them. So parameter क्या होता है? A plus B plus C. आप देख सकते हैं तीनों sides का sum equal to parameter हमें already given है, that is 42 centimeter, right? Now बात करते हैं A की, तो हमें A find out करना है. So keep it as it is. Then you can see B की बात करूं, so यहाँ पे B कितना है? 10 सेंटीमीटर प्लस C आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे कितना है? 18 इक्वल टू 42. नाउ मैं इन दोनों साइड्स को ऐड कर देता हूं. सो 18 प्लस 10 दैट विल बी 28 प्लस A इक्वल टू 42. नाउ ये 28 उधर जाके क्या होगा? माइनस होगा 42 में से, क्योंकि प्लस 28 उधर जाएगा तो क्या होगा? माइनस 28. सो दिस विल गिव मी द वैल्यू ऑफ द थर्ड साइड एज you can see 42 minus 28. So let me just now subtract it. So that will be, you can see 14. So this is going to be the third side here, 14 centimeter. So you can see here we have got this side here, 14 centimeter. Now let me just read the question again. You can see we have to find out the area of this triangle, right? So we know the Heron's formula. So here we know the three sides and also parameter. So we can calculate the semi-parameter first here, right? So if we have to find out S here, you can see S is simply half of the parameter. So यहाँ पे हमें already parameter पता है, that is 42. So let me just write it here. So इसका half क्या हो जाएगा? You can see if I reduce it at the table of 2, so 2 2 4, 2 1 2. So that will be 21 centimeter, right? So हमारे पास semi parameter यानी कि S की वैल्यू कितनी आ चुकी है? 21 centimeter, right? So here now we know the values of A, B and C. Let me just tell you यहाँ पे A की वैल्यू कितनी निकाली हमने? 14 centimeter. So here we know the three sides and the value of S. So let us just apply on the Heron's formula to calculate the area of this triangle, right? But first let me just make some space. So students, you can see, let me just write down the formula of, you can see, area of triangle ABC. So the Heron's formula, as we all know, now we are familiar to it. So you can see S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Let me just change the marker here. So now we know the value of S, that is 21. So सबसे पहले यहाँ पे S की value substitute करूँगा मैं. So you can see that will be 21. Now multiply S minus A. So S की value हमें पता है 21 minus A. So what is the value of A? That is 14. Then S again is 21 minus B, that is 10. Then you can see again S, that is 21 minus C, that is 18, right? So now you can see, if I just further solve it, let me just rub this line here. So 21 as it is, then 21 minus 14, right? So that will be, you can see 7, then multiply 21 minus 10, that will be, you can see 11, then you can see 21 minus 18, so that will be 3. Now what we have to do is simply break them in factors, right? So अगर मैं 21 की बात करता हूँ, you can see if I just write it down here, so this is the area here. Now you can see यहाँ पे हमारे पास 21 है, so 21 को मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ, 7 into 3, because मुझे पता है 7 3 जा 21 होते हैं, right? So यहाँ पे मैंने इसके factors लिख लिए 21 के, 7 into 3. Now further 7 is a prime number, so leave it as it is. Then 11 is also a prime number. Then 3 is also a prime number, right? So now it's time to make the pairs. So आप देखो ना यहाँ पे जो similar values है उनके pairs बना दूंगा मैं. So you can see here there are two pairs, one of 7 and one of 3, right? So 1 1 बाहर आ जाएगा इसमें से. If ये 7 का एक pair है तो एक 7 बाहर आएगा. Then you can see 3 का एक pair है तो एक 3 बाहर आ जाएगा. So inside the square root only you can see 11 will remain, right? So 7 into 3, that is 21 under root 11 centimeters square, right? So this is going to be the area of this triangle here, which we have to find out in this question. So I hope you have understood how to find out. You can see the area here. First of all, the third side was missing. Then simply we will add on the given two sides and subtract it from the given parameter, right? So we will get the third side. Then we know easily that if we know the three sides and the parameter, so with the help of parameter we can get the value of semi-parameter. Then simply substitute that values into this formula, that is Heron's formula, right? Then solving will give us the area of the required triangle, right? So that was all in this question here. So students, let us move on to the next question now. So you can see now it's question number 5th here. So in it is given that sides of a triangle are in the ratio of 12:17:25 and its parameter is 540 centimeter. Now we have to find out the area of the triangle, right? So here you can see the sides of the triangle are given in the you can see ratio here, that is 12:17:25. Now again this is kind of a similar one to the examples that we have done in the previous video. So I hope you understood how to solve this. Let me just recall that. So यहाँ पे सबसे पहले मैं एक triangle draw कर लेता हूँ like this. So here you can see A, B, C, right? Now हमें पता है कि इसकी जो sides हैं ये ratio में given है. That is, let me just write that. So the ratio is 12:17:25. Now मैंने आपको बताया था जब भी sides या फिर angle जो हैं अगर हमें ratio में given होते हैं, so हम उनको क्या assume करते हैं? Just simply take x with the respective ratios, right? So यहाँ पे मैं assume कर लेता हूँ, suppose कीजिए that this side is 12x, then this is 17x and this is 25x, right? So यहाँ पे मैंने तीनों sides को assume कर लिया, you can see as respective. So इसको A, B और C name दे देता हूँ, right? So here you can see, let us assume the sides of triangle as, you can see 12x, 17x and 25x, right? So यहाँ पे हमारे पास A, B और C की वैल्यू आ चुकी है. You can see. Let me just write that. So here A is, you can see, 12x, then B is 17x, and C is 25x. Now also in this question here, you can see parameter is given to us. So let me just write that. So parameter is, you can see, 540 centimeter. Now we know how to calculate the parameter of a triangle by simply adding all the three sides, right? So यहाँ पे मैं इन तीनों A, B और C को ऐड कर देता हूँ. You can see. So हमें पता है पैरामीटर कैसे निकलता है. A plus B plus C, the sum of the three sides, that is equal to 540. Now let me just change the marker here. Now you can see A की वैल्यू आपके पास कितनी है? That is 12x plus B की वैल्यू कितनी है आपके पास? 17x plus C की वैल्यू कितनी है आपके पास? 25x equal to 540. Now let me just simply add them. So you can see 12 plus 17. So 7 plus 2 9, 1 plus 1 2. So that will be 29x. So 29 plus 25, right? So that will be 4, 1 carries 2 to 4 and 1 5. So that will be 54x equal to 540. Now you can see this 54 is in multiply with x. So इसको मैं shift कर दूंगा on the right hand side in the division here. So यहाँ पे आपके पास x की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाएगी? 540 upon 54, right? So 54 1 जा 54, 54 10 जा 540, right? So यहाँ पे मैंने cancel कर दिया. You can see 540 को at the table of 54. So यहाँ पे कितना आ गया मेरे पास x की वैल्यू? That is 10. So here we have got the value of x as 10, right? Now what you have to do is simply substitute this value of x into these three values here, right? So यहाँ पे x की जगह पे मैं क्या रख दूंगा? Simply 10, so that we can get the three sides of the triangle, right? So let me just find them one by one. So first let me just make some space. So here you can see this implies the value of A will be 12x. So 12x का मतलब है 12 into x, right? And we know the value of x here, that is 10. So that will be 120. So that means this side will be 120 centimeter, right? So you can see, let me just now find out the value of B. So that will be, you can see यहाँ पे B की वैल्यू कितनी आएगी? 17x. So 17x का मतलब है 17 into x. Now again x is 10, so 17 into 10 that will be 170. Then finally C will be, you can see, 25x. So you can see 25x means 25 into x. So what is x? That is 10. So 25 into 10, that will be 250 centimeter. So here we have got the three sides of this triangle here. So that will be 170 centimeter and that will be, you can see, 250 centimeter. So now we know the three sides. Now let us talk about the semi-parameter, right? So that will be derived from, you can see, the parameter. So first let me just make some space here. Now you can see, as we know the three sides, we know that the parameter of the triangle is simply the addition of the three sides. Then semi-parameter is half of the parameter. So मैं यहाँ पे इन तीनों sides को add करके 2 से divide करूँगा, simply half कर दूँगा. So that will be the semi-parameter, right? So let us now find S here. So that will be A plus B plus C divided by 2. So A plus B plus C, that will be parameter and its half will be semi-parameter. So you can see यहाँ पे A की वैल्यू कितनी है आपके पास? 120 plus B की वैल्यू कितनी है आपके पास? 170 and C की वैल्यू है 250, right? Divide by 2. So let me just simply add them. So you can see that will be 0 plus 0 plus 0, that will be 0. Then you can see 5 plus 7, that will be 12. 12 plus 2, that will be 14. 1 carry, then 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, that will be 5. So 540 divided by 2. So you can see that will be 2 to the 4. 1 carry, you can see that will be 14. So 2 7 the 14 and 0 as it is. So that will be 270, right? So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं हमारे पास जो सेमी पैरामीटर है S, उसकी वैल्यू कितनी आ गई है? That will be 270 centimeter, right? Now what you have to do is simply apply on the Heron's formula, and for that let me just again make some space. Now you can see we know the Heron's formula as usual, that is under root S, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. So let me just write that. So the area will be calculated by, you can see, S, S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C, right? Now you can see we know the value of S, so let me just substitute that. So that will be, you can see 270, then in the bracket S minus A, that will be 270 minus A. What is A? Let me just check out, that will be 120. Then again S is 270 minus B, so B is 170. Then S minus C. Now again S is 270 minus C, that is 250, right? So one by one you have to simply subtract the sides of the triangle from the semi-parameter, right? Now further let me just rub this. Now what you have to do is simply solve this. So here you can see the area will be, let me just now, you can see, write 270 as it is, then multiply 270 minus 120. So what it will be, you can see 2 and 5, so that will be 150, right? Now further if I just subtract this, so there will be, you can see 0, then 0 and 100, right? So then further you can see if I just subtract this, so there will be 20, right? So simply I have subtracted this, so you will get this. Now the next step is simply convert them into factors, right? So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं, this can be written as first 30 into 9, right? So आप देख सकते हैं मैंने 270 को लिख दिया 30 into 9, so 39 जा 270. Then 150 को मैं क्या लिखूंगा 30 into 5, right? You can see 3 5 are 15 and 0 as it is, so that will be 150. Then 100 as it is, and you can see 20 को मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ, you can see 5 into 4, right? Now let me just make the pairs here. So you can see 30 का एक pair बन गया, so that will be 130 outside. Then you can see if I just further check, तो 9 का square root क्या होता है 3. So आप देख सकते हैं 3 बाहर आ जाएगा. Then you can see if I just talk about this 5, so यहाँ पे एक 5 का pair बन रहा है, so that will also come outside. So अब देखते हैं यहाँ पे अंदर क्या बच गया, ये हो गया, that is also done, that is done. 100 का square root क्या होता है 10. 10 जो 100 होता है, so that will also be outside. Now inside you can see this is also done, so 4 का square root क्या होता है 2, so that will also be outside. So you can see सभी values बाहर आ गई square root के. Now let me just simply multiply them. You can see, so you can see 30 into 3, that will be 90. 90 into 5, that will be 450. 450 into 10, that will be 4500. So 4500 into, you can see 2. So let me just calculate that. So 2 zeros. Now 2 5 are 10, 0 1 carry, 2 4 8 plus 1 9. So you get 9000 centimeters square as the area of this triangle here, right? So you can see this is how you have to calculate the area of triangle when the sides of the triangle are given in the ratio, right? And you can see also the parameter is given. So that was all in this type of question here. So students, let us move on to the next question here. So that is going to be the last question of this exercise 12.1. So understand it very carefully, right? So you can see the next question is question number 6, which is an isosceles triangle has parameter 30 centimeter and each of the equal side is 12 centimeters. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास आप देख सकते हैं एक isosceles triangle given है, and we know that the isosceles triangle has two equal sides, right? So यहाँ पे जो equal side है उसकी length मुझे given है, that is 12 centimeter. So first let me just draw a triangle here which is isosceles. So here you can see if I just take these two sides equal, so हमें पता है कि इन दोनों की length कितनी है 12 centimeter each. That is given to us in the question. You can see here. Now also the parameter of this triangle is given to us as 30 centimeters. So let me first write that here in the solution. So here the parameter of triangle is given to us as 30 centimeter, right? Now you can see there is a third side which is missing here in this question. So we have to first find out that side, then we can calculate the area, right? Now as we have seen also in the previous questions that how to calculate the missing third side. Simply अगर हमें parameter given है, so अगर दो sides पता है तो simply मैं इन दोनों sides को add करूंगा and subtract it from the parameter, that will get you the third side, right? तो सबसे पहले यहाँ पे मैं इन sides का assume कर लेता हूँ A, B and C, right? So here this is A, this is B, and this is C, right? Now we know that the parameter is simply A plus B plus C. That is the sum of three sides equal to the parameter is already given here. So 30. Now you can see what is the value of A. ये हमें find out करनी है the third side. So keep it as it is. अब यहाँ पे B और C दोनों equal sides हैं क्योंकि isosceles triangle है. So that means we have to simply substitute 12 and 12 here equal to 30, right? Now what you have to do is simply add them. So 12 plus 12, you can see that will be 24, right? Plus A equal to 30. Now ये 24 उधर जाके क्या हो जाएगा minus का, right? So here you can see A is equal to 30 minus 24, right? So यहाँ पे अगर मैं इसको minus करता हूँ, that will give you 6. So this is going to be the third side of the triangle, that is 6 centimeter, right? Now as we know the three sides, it's time to find out the semi-parameter, which is half of the parameter, right? Now here you can see the parameter is already given. So the value of S will be, you can see, P upon 2. That means half of the parameter. So what is the parameter here? That is 30 divided by 2. So if I reduce this, so we'll get 15 centimeter, right? So you can see here, we have got the value of S here, that is 15 centimeter. That is semi-parameter, right? Now what you have to do is simply apply on the Heron's formula, right? So let me just make some space first. So you can see now, we know that the area by Heron's formula, which is S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, right? Now what you have to do is simply substitute the values here. So यहाँ पे आपके पास देख सकते हैं S की value जो है मैंने find out की, that is 15. So let me just write here at the place of S, 15 into now S minus A. Again S is 15 minus A. What is A here? You can see we have calculated the third side. A is 6. Then you can see again S is 15 minus B, that is 12. Then 15 minus C, that is also 12, right? So now what you have to do is simply solve this. Let me just rub this. So you can see 15 as it is. Now 15 minus 6, that will be 9. Then 15 minus 12, that will be 3. Then you can see 15 minus 12, that will be again 3, right? Now what you have to do is further, let me just tell you here on this side. So the area now will be in the under root. So यहाँ पे हमें सबसे पहले क्या बनाने हैं? Pairs बनाने हैं. So let me first get some space here. अब आप देख सकते हैं under root 9 तो क्या होता है? 3 होता है, right? So that will come outside. Now एक 3 का pair बनेगा. So that 3 will also come outside. अब जैसे under root 9 क्या होता है? 3. And इस pair बना जो इसका 3 outside. Now talking about this 15. So 15 you can see can be written as it is, right? So you can see 3 into 3, that will be 9, then root 15, right? Centimeter square. So this is going to be the area of this isosceles triangle in which two sides were given. That was 12 centimeter each, and the third side was missing, which we have calculated simply subtracting the sum of the two sides from the parameter, right? Then simply calculating the semi-parameter by halving the parameter here, you will get 15. Then just simply substitute the values in the Heron's formula, right? Quite easy, just you have to see how to apply on this formula here and get the values required, just that, and you get the answer, right? So that was all in this question as well as in this exercise here. Thanks a lot for watching this video.